Okay. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I am the Y2K collector, and it is 2022, and I am excited for a whole new year of collecting, gaming, and just everything that's going to come with this year. Really excited about some pickups I was able to make over the holiday weekend. I know I owe the subscribers of this channel a video, and that video is my Nintendo collection video, where I'll be going over pretty much all of the new Switch games that I added in 2021, all of the Wii U, the DS games that I added in 2021, SNES, Game Boy Advanced, just a lot of the Nintendo stuff that I added, and I planned on making that video for you all. It's just been so crazy. There's almost been no time just between work and family, and because of the amount of games in that video, it's going to be quite a lengthy video, and so I wanted to do it right. So still working on that video, be on the lookout, but I wanted to do something a little faster today, something that I could kind of pull off real quickly here, and just talk about some of the pickups that I have made since the start of the year. For those of you who don't know, GameStop had a really amazing deal. They had buy two, get two in certain cases, and they had buy two, get one in certain cases. And so I was able to take advantage of that deal and pay close to $100, about $110 for 8 DS games. And I've heard a lot of things about GameStop. I know that, when it comes to buying games, especially retro games on GameStop, it's not always the best experience. Either they're not sending you, the right, the actual game case and the manual. A lot of times the games that they send you are, they look a little beat up. And in my case, 2 of the games that I got were damaged. So actually the total game amount should have been 10, but it wound up being 8. Had to get a little bit of a refund on that. So I'm not going to do too much more jabbering or blabbering. I want to go into this GameStop pickup, and these were DS games and a couple 3DS games that I ordered online, and I want to show you what GameStop is putting out in 2022. So we're going to start with the first one, and you're going to see some labels on these, on some of them, well, really on one of them, because I pretty much put let me just backtrack a little bit. So only one of the DS games came with the original game case and manual, and the case was horrible, so I actually had to switch out the case and put the manual and cover art in a different DS case, just to make it look presentable. Everything else came in one of those like little plastic, like little disposable DS plastic cases, the flimsy ones. It was either that or like the certified pre-owned 3DS cases. So really not a lot of DS cases, almost none, only got one. So that was extremely disappointing. But the quality of the games were pretty decent, so we'll talk about them. First game up here is Kirby Superstar Ultra. I played this game a bit, and it was pretty fun. This is a fun, kind of like a 2D side-scrolling Kirby game on the Nintendo DS, and I thought that this game was pretty fun when I started getting into it. I thought, the sprites look good, the characters look good, so this was a fun one, and I'm glad I got it on the deal that I got it for. So definitely wouldn't pay $24.99 for that game though, just by itself, like without the case and manual. The next game that I got here, I'll show you, is also another Kirby game. So this is Kirby Planet Robot, and so this is kind of like a 3D side-scrolling Kirby game where you can kind of jump in between different dimensions. There's like three panes that you can kind of jump in between. So pretty cool, interesting 3D Kirby game. I thought it was cool for what for the time that I played it. But this is not the case that it came in. I just put it in this case because it made more sense. They were putting, it's funny, GameStop put 2DS games in 3DS cases, so I just did a little swapping right there. But that is Kirby Planet Robot and then Kirby Superstar Ultra. So those are 2 really solid Kirby games that I was able to get as part of that deal, and even though they didn't have the case and manual, those are really good games. So I'll figure out how I'm gonna complete those but those were cool. Got another pickup here that I'll show you. Came from GameStop. This also was a game only. Never got a case and manual, but thankfully I have some extra cases. And that is Super Peach. Super Peach is a pretty cool game. Again, and this is how I like to pick up those Mario, like those Nintendo first party games. I like to just get them on sale. And so this one was a part of that buy two get one bundle. So got Super Peach there, had an extra case and some extra basic inserts, so I threw it in one of those just to kind of keep it safe. The next pickup that I got from GameStop as a part of that haul was this is a pretty good one here. So this is Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. This one is getting a little pricey. To get this complete in box, it's around $65-$70. I think just the cartridge is around 30 to 35. So this is one that I got. I'll be looking for the cover art and the manual for that to complete that. Okay, and then the next one up that we got as a part of that bundle. Let's see what this one is. Okay, so this one's pretty basic, but this is also a fun one. Heard a lot about this and I wanted to get it. So that's Starfy, another 2D side scroller. A lot of pixels, a lot of colors on this one. Pretty cool game. Again, I just threw it in one of my backup DS cases, and I'll be looking for the cover art on that. And then this is one game that I actually got complete in box. It wasn't a 2DS game. It was actually a 3DS game, but I got Hyrule Warriors Legends on the 3DS, and this is complete in box. So this was a pleasant experience to get. And this is a cool one. I'm thinking because it's a little newer, that's probably why they had it complete in box, but was able to get that one there as well. And then next up, let's see, had another 2DS pickup. Okay. So this one was the Mega Man Zero collection. So this was also a cart only. Again, I had a spare DS box, and so just threw the cartridge in there just to be able to keep track of them. These cartridges can get lost easy if you don't have a case for them. So threw that one in there. And then last but not least, the only DS game that they sent me complete in box, it was still a little dirty. I had to swap out the case, but that was Kingdom Hearts. So this is the 358 in 2 days, I think. I'm not sure how you say that title, but this is the Kingdom Hearts 2DS game here. This one was actually complete in box, and I was happy because I think this is one of the first ones they sent me, and I was very encouraged. I was like, okay, I'm about to get a bunch of complete in box DS games, and unfortunately I was disappointed as all of the rest of them came as loose cart only or in aftermarket cases. So this Kingdom Hearts game was also in that bunch, and I felt pretty good about that haul. I know they weren't all complete in box, but there are a bunch of Mario games that are a lot of fun. They are games that I wanted to have in my collection. I just didn't want to pay even like eBay prices or even game store prices for them. I don't know. I didn't want to pay the price on those Mario games just because I'm not a huge fan of like the Mario first party titles. I'll play them. They look great. Usually those games have some of the best graphics on the Nintendo console, but for me, I just usually like to try to get those on sale as much as I can. So yeah, that does it for that bunch of DS, 2DS, and 3DS pickups that I got from GameStop. I was also able to capitalize on some really cool Xbox deals over the holiday weekend. I want to say between like the 30th and the 1st of January. They had some sales on Xbox games, sales on pre-owned games, and you could do the buy two get one on the pre-owned Xbox games, even if they were on sale. So I was able to get some really good steals again. Paid about another $115 for about 9 Xbox games. I want to say $120 or actually for about 9 Xbox games, which to me is a really, really good deal. When you think all in total between the Xbox and the DS, you're talking about 19 games for roughly around $230, $230. So I felt like that was a pretty good haul, and I'll go through some of these with you here. So the first pickup on the Xbox, and I'll do these 2 at a time just for the sake of time. So with the Xbox, the first one that I was able to get was this copy of Bayonetta and Vanquish. So this is really cool to get a physical copy of Bayonetta, the first one. I really wanted to get this on the Switch, but it's so pricey. But just to be able to have a physical copy, even if it's on the Xbox One, I thought that was cool. This game was $8, so that was really cool. And then you had Children of Morta, which is a game I have on the Switch, but you know, the gameplay wise, you know, removing slowdowns, I figured it'd be a better experience on the Xbox One. So those are two games that were a part of that huge haul. Here are another two games that I got as a part of that haul. We've got Blasphemous, which is a game I love. I've played this on the Switch a ton. Great gameplay, but there is some slowdown on the Switch. So I got it on the Xbox One. Hopefully there's no slowdowns, and it is a pleasurable experience. And then right behind that, I have Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate for the Xbox One. So a little hacking and slashing, a little 2D side-scrolling hacking and slashing. So two cool pickups there on the Xbox One. Then we have two more on the Xbox One as a part of that haul. The first one is Onimusha Warlords. And then behind that is Valkyria Chronicles 4. You know, I love me a good action RPG. I also have this one on the Switch. And so these two were also a part of that haul. So that was a good time there. And then we'll break down these last three here. So the first one that I got is this Dragon Ball Z Kakarot on the Xbox One. Pretty cool action RPG, I think this is. So excited to get that and add that to the Xbox. I really only want to get quality titles from my Xbox One. So you had Dragon Ball Z there. Then you had Dragon Warrior 5, which they were having a sale on this one as well. So pick that up. Pretty cool hacking and slashing. You know, I like that on the Xbox. And I actually played Dynasty Warriors 6 on the 360, I think, when it first came out back in the day. Had a ton of fun with that. I think that game might have actually... No, I think it was older Dynasty Warriors that I got into, but still a great game. And then next up we have Samurai Showdown, the special edition on the Xbox One as well. So 9 solid Xbox games as a part of a pretty cool haul. And again, you know, these all came in, you know, roughly around $115, which I thought was great for the Xbox. 9 games, 9 quality titles, games that I would like to play, games that I'll enjoy. So a couple of them I have on the Switch, so I know they're fun games, and just glad to have them on the Xbox. So I felt really, really good about my holiday haul. A total of 17 games, just from GameStop, just taking advantage of the sales and deals that they had. And just figured I'd give you my verdict and how I feel about buying retro games on GameStop, having actually done it. And my thought process is that GameStop is no longer a place where you can go for anything older than, I want to say, the previous generation, like PS4, Xbox One. I think if you're looking for anything older than that, PS3, 360, Wii, GameStop is not going to be the place. Even when it comes to things like Wii U, just because GameStop is hip to the game, especially the reselling game. So if they have a game that's open, they can really list it for whatever price they want to. And so, you know, I don't think it's as advantageous to purchase retro games through GameStop, especially if you're a collector, because you're not going to get it complete in box. You're going to get an aftermarket box. The game might not be in great condition. You'll get it at a cheaper price, which is good if you're just getting games that you actually want to play. But if you're trying to get like collectible games or buy games in a collectible condition, I don't think GameStop is the place. But for all of the Xbox One, PS4, Switch stuff, yeah, Xbox has some amazing deals. And if you're starting a new collection based on this current gen, the current gen games, definitely you can find some great deals at GameStop, especially with their whole trade-in program and whatnot. So yeah, that's my experience. Those are my hauls. These are some of the first pickups for 2022. Please let me know what you're getting into, what games you've picked up, what systems you've got your eye on for 2022. And I think this is going to be the year of PS4 for me. For some reason, I think I'm going to really dive more into the PS4. look to see what titles, what different, kind of random, rare, hidden titles that might be fun to check out on the PS4 and really dive into that. Well, I am the Y2K Collector. Thanks for checking me out for this first video of the year. I will be delivering that Nintendo collection video, so be on the lookout for that. And thanks for stopping in and checking me out. Alrighty, take it easy.